Hello, everyone. I'm going live today because I wanted to talk about the power of voice and specifically the passing of a really gifted man, Lance Reddick. You probably know his work from the John Wick series, um, The Wire. I mean, he's been in a ton of things. If you are a video game person, you may know him from Horizon Zero Dawn or from things like Destiny 2. Now, Destiny 2, he was a player as well as a voiceover artist. And when I logged into my game last night, there was a tribute screen to him up because he actually had a really big impact on the community, even though most of us never met him. His on screen presence was amazing and powerful. He had gravitas. He is one of those people that when he came into a scene, he was there, even if it was a small thing. He owned his scene, which was wonderful. He used his instrument to absolutely do that job. But he also had an amazing voice, and he used it powerfully. Inside the video game, he is this commander and he sends you out on missions, and he will also have his, St. Crispin's Day speech moment where he will rally the troops. And the power of that and the emotional connection of that for the players is strong enough that a lot of hundreds, thousands, perhaps millions of players actually participated in a tribute to him. And even though it's a virtual space and he'll never see it, as far as I know, to the best of my knowledge, his wife's aware of it and was very, very touched because he was actually an active player too. So, what is the power of your voice beyond the physicality of what you can do in a face to face space or even what you can do in a virtual space? If you just have your voice, the power of that goes beyond just it sounds good. And this is why I don't have a problem with AI, but I don't tend to want to use things like Well Said, which is a perfectly good product, um, AI text to speech for e-learning or things like that, because I want to hire voiceover artists. I want to hire performers because admittedly, some content is just what the client wants is click to read, which is horrible and awful and should never be done, but sometimes that's what's done. Luckily, I'm designing my own stuff, I'm teaching my own people, I'm working on my own things now. So if I'm going to be making a piece for my business, I'm going to be hiring voiceover artists to do that work because the connection and the power of that goes beyond just the niceness of the voice. You can create that emotional connection with people, even people you will never meet and never see. The ability to really feel and lean into an experience vocally is something an AI can't do. So if you need pleasant everyday content, you can have that. But if you need to make an emotional connection with people, you're going to need a human. And it probably doesn't make a lot of sense to people who've never played a video game, but there is quite an adrenaline rush when you're gonna be doing something, going into a big scene, a big battle, and the commander is rallying the troops. And that feeling is amazing. And it's just like watching, the movie of Henry V and the St. Crispin's Day speech and the rallying of the troops. Same performance, same experience, that feeling of being led into a bigger moment. So, when you are using your voice professionally, and especially if you're going to be doing recording work or voiceover work for something, please think about the fact that it's a performance and it's an emotional connection with your audience. And if that's not something that you're comfortable with, there are voiceover artists that do it for a living. So, reach out to them. That is my speech for today. I am so thrilled that we had Lance Reddick in this world. I am goofy enough that my character in Destiny 2 salutes him when I go and get bounties from him, even though he'll never see it. It's just my tribute because the man was amazing. And that's it. Please think about the power of your voice.